I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at villageXchange@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed, a child shall lead them.
Yes, to buy our merch, we are doing a song right now for the big homie Visa. Shout out to
the
you.
big homie.
The name of this song, are you going to introduce the song?
Is Cats in the Cradle by Harry Chapin.
Or
Chapin?
Chapin, or
Harry Chapin.
not really sure. So let's get into this joint and see what it's all about. Ready?
Gang. All right, let's do it.
A child arrived just the other day. He came to the world in the usual way, but there were planes to catch and bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away, and he was talking before I knew it. And as he grew, he'd say, I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know I'm gonna be like you. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. My son turned 10 just the other day. He said, thanks for the ball, Dad, come on, let's play. Can you teach me to throw? I said, not today, I got a lot to do. He said, that's okay, and he walked away, but his smile never dimmed. Said, I'm gonna be like him, yeah, you know I'm gonna be like him. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, the little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. Well, he came from college just the other day. So much like a man, I just had to say, son, I'm proud of you. Can you sit for a while? He shook his head and he said with a smile, what I'd really like, Dad, is to borrow the car keys. See you later, can I have them, please? And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, Dad. You know we'll have a good time then. I've long since retired, my son's moved away. I called him up just the other day. I said, I'd like to see you if you don't mind. He said, I'd love to, Dad, if I can find the time. You see, my new job's a hassle and the kids are the flu, but it's sure nice talking to you, Dad. It's been sure nice talking to you. And as I hung up the phone, it occurred to me he'd grown up just like me. My boy was just like me. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, Dad. We're gonna have a good time there.
I never knew about that song. I never knew that that's what he was talking about. Holy shit. All I remember was Cats in the Cradle and the Silver Spoon, little boy.
Yeah, I feel like I heard that part also, but... And I don't know where I would have heard it. I don't know if it would have been on... who the heck knows? That...
Damn. Okay.
This works multiple...
Cautionary tale.
It does. It works multiple ways. So I've been telling our kids, you guys need to get out, make some friends, like socialize yourselves.
Yeah.
And everybody loaded up. They finished their chores today, and then they were all like, well, we're all going. The babies were in bed, and all the four older ones were off to go hang out at the basketball court. I was like, well...
Speaking of which, hold on.
I said,
I'm literally going to call Dorian right now.
Can you stay for 10 more minutes?
Why?
I didn't want them to leave yet. And I was going to eat my sandwich, and I didn't want to be lonely.
Hey. You guys out there playing basketball or whatever? Okay, take care of everybody. Also, remember to de-escalate, okay? What does that mean?
We're trying to keep them to de-escalate situations rather
Just
than
do
fight.
It, though. Okay. All right, love you. Bye.
Just do it.
He's like, fine. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, it's just hard to de-escalate.
Ridiculous.
Basketball court guy feels like a superhuman. But
yeah, okay, so this happens I think multiple ways. One is parents are too busy to spend time with the kids. And then the kids grow up and they go on to their own life. And then by then your life as a parent has slowed down. So then it's like, well, hold on.
Yeah, but specifically the dad, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is... It's not a conversation between him and his mom and his parents. I mean, in the modern age, probably. But it's particularly, back in the day where the dad was like the sole breadwinner. He had a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah.
So he had one of those jobs where he had to travel all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Then he got home, he was all tired. He just... It's so hard because nobody tells you. I mean, people say it, but you don't really know it until it hits you, like how fast it all goes.
All the time goes, yeah.
Like, I remember bringing Dorian in for the first time and, like, through the doors and holding him and all that. And, I mean, now if I were to hold him, it would be ridiculous.
He's 16, and he's bigger than Vin.
He's like an inch and a half, 2 inches taller than me. Like, he's got the facial hair. He's sending me messages and updates about our business and all that. And
yeah, we had some, like, fraud shit going on with our stuff. And, like, he was the one that notified me.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to buy a drone or something. I'm like, what? So I handled that. But that was because he saw the problem before I did. But, yeah, this also happens with siblings, too, I think. Where, like, the older siblings don't, like, they don't want to take the time with the younger ones. And the younger ones are, like, annoying. And you know what I mean? Especially if you're, like, 16 or 17 and you have a 12-year-old sibling. But it does flip. Like, I remember my father saying, that's going to flip on you. And it did. Like, I remembered when all of a sudden my brother wasn't like this annoying little guy anymore. He became like fun to hang around with. But then he didn't really like have time for me because I had spent so much time with my friends that, well, now he made friends of his own. He's like, see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. It's like, hey, where are you going?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing airsoft, and he was doing all these like fun things. I'm like, anyway.
No, yeah.
So I think I think it can happen all the way around, you know?
Yeah. And, like, I'm so happy that Tom Brady's not retired. I'm so glad he's back to playing football. But I also feel really horrible
Rip
for
to
him.
his family.
But, we're thousands of miles away. Like, I don't know. Like, our kids... But the other thing about kids is they never feel like they have enough time. Our kids get so much time with us, and they'll tell you it doesn't matter. Oh, we barely got to hang out. I'm like, go to your friends.
I've been saying that
plays
for
Fortnite
everything.
with their kids and all the other shit that we do. Like, this is ridiculous.
So we were just talking in the last review about greed, and the kids were like, apparently, I didn't realize it, but Sunday is Easter. So they were like, are we going to do anything special? I was like, yeah, I'll cook a ham. And then they were like, well, they want to do an egg hunt, an Easter egg hunt. And I said, first of all, if I do an Easter egg hunt, it's going to go by colors, and you can only take your color. Because I said I can't stand when everybody's rushing around the greed.
An iPad or something like that. What did he?
Yeah, he $400.
We found we hit a gold egg. He didn't find it for like a year.
It took a super long time.
What did he get with that?
Oh, that one, no, it was like, I think he got $100.
Really? He got shorted. Wasn't that supposed to be like the golden?
No, he already had gotten one 2 years before.
Oh.
He almost gets it every year. But anyway, so I said, what a strange thing to do on Easter anyway. Like, it's about Jesus, blah, blah, blah. And like, kids are fighting over who's going to get the most eggs in their basket. It's like literally a game geared off greed.
I know.
It's very weird. So I said, like, if everybody has their own color, then it can just be like a little whatever, you know. And then Johan was like, well, I just don't think that is that a good idea. And I said, well, I mean, to be honest with you, all you guys are way too old for that. That really should be for like the little kids at Egg Hunt. You guys set it up, and it's for Orion and Reza.
Yeah.
I'm like, and they were like, oh, I don't believe that we're too old for that. I was like, go ask any of your friends how many of them are doing an Easter egg hunt.
I believe they're not too old to make out like bands.
Yeah, exactly. Except, I'm like, what are we doing here?
I'll just hide one egg that says congratulations, you get to rise from the dead.
No, it's going to be empty because he was an empty tomb.
Yeah, the empty tomb. Like, we'll just leave a little note like, you also will be able to rise from the dead. Like,
yay!
You can take this and trade it in for an iPad, you dumb...
Sell your soul!
Yeah. But you put it off, and then
it's too late.
And it's too late to apologize.
Because it's really true. Like, it goes really fast, and they say like the one-time events that you do with your kids. What the kids really remember, they'll remember if it's like one big trip to Disney that you never did, but you only did it one time.
Right.
But the other thing that kids will remember is what you did every Tuesday or the thing that you did consistently over long periods of time. Like, that's the thing that they're going to be like, hey, oh, remember like once or twice you guys played Fortnite with us? We'll be like, it was a lot more than once or twice. Yeah. But
well, yeah, they will remember.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like,
I remember one time my mom sat down and watched me play Street Fighter 2.
Yeah,
my
parents never watched me play video games.
She went to a lot of my baseball games, my football games, my taekwondo tournaments.
I can't wait to do stuff like that.
She went there, but she didn't. I mean, it's no disrespect to my mom. I mean, it is what it is. But like, I had so much fun, like watching. Like having her watch me. Of course, my little brother went and ruined it because he tried to, oh, I could beat you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, this is my shot. I annihilated him.
Did you?
I annihilated him.
In front of your mom?
Oh, yeah. And,
did she feel bad for him?
She's like, he was fighting with Chun-Li or something. I think he had some crush on Chun-Li. And he, the Dragon Punch where he goes, oh, you can.
Yeah.
He goes, my mom goes, why does that guy keep calling that woman a bitch? I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, every time he does that punch, he says, oh, you bitch. Oh, you can. He wasn't saying, oh, you bitch, Mom. He was saying, oh, you can, whatever. She's like, my God, Vincent, give the boy a chance.
Oh, so you didn't get the credit for it. Yeah, it
backfired on me. I wanted her to say, oh, my God, Vinny, you're a badass. Yada, yada, yada. You should practice. Nope. It went right back to give Jamie a chance. Here we go.
Oh, I feel like I could do something. I would do something like that.
I've never forgiven him for that. You bitch. I'm talking to Jamie. Shout out to my mom. Now, you are a bitch, though. You should have practiced, Nick.
Oh, man.
But, yeah. But then, you know, when I hit my teenage years, I wasn't showing her shit. I wasn't giving her nothing.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's... See?
She couldn't have begged me to play Street Fighter in front of her or my baseball games or whatever it is. But at that time, I was in a different shit, so I wasn't doing sports and all that shit. But
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, at my baseball games, my mother was damn near obnoxious. I cannot tell you how many times.
Did you like it, though, or did you feel embarrassed?
Well, I never felt embarrassed in my mother, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I always felt bad for people because, you know, I would send a pitch, I would send that shit. I was the strongest kid on the team, so I'd send that shit. My mom would be laughing. I'd be rounding the bases. One, two, you can't strike out, my boy. One, you can't throw the ball. Throw the ball. You know, like, she would just completely mock them. That's how, you know how we
can't throw the ball. Throw the ball.
Yeah, she wasn't playing games with y'all. She was laughing at y'all heavy. She was laughing at them heavy. But damn, this song is a classic, right?
Oh,
It's gotta
absolutely.
be a classic.
Absolutely. And it's something that just everybody that has kids
Facts
can
of
relate
life type
to.
situation.
And even if you don't have kids, you were a kid, so you probably can relate in that aspect of it. So I'm sure that there's a lot of people that, you know, they don't talk to their parents anymore or whatever, and it was kind of one of these situations. The parents didn't have time for them or abandoned them or whatever, and
I'll be very interested to see what our kids do.
Yeah.
Very, very, very interested.
Yeah.
To see.
So will I.
I have a hard time seeing Dorian like really, really moving out of the state. You know, he talks about Colorado and all these other places. But
This is what you always say, and I
it's
don't.
possible. I don't know.
I see him
don't-
doing it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I see him venturing out, but I don't see him not calling and not wanting us to visit and
Yeah, I
all of
feel
that
like
stuff.
we
Like,
would
I think
call
that
and
he's
talk a lot.
definitely going to be like still very connected, you know, with you and
Michael
stuff.
Jordan talked a lot with his dad. See,
Yeah.
The other
Yeah,
thing
I think
is,
he's always gonna be like
Dorian
that.
actually moved to Colorado or some shit like that, I would obviously encourage him, but I wouldn't move over there. But if he said, "Dad, I really wish you guys would come," I would move like the next day. I'd get up and go.
You mean you'd ask your wife what I had for input, or you just...
No, I would just move. I'd just move over
This
there.
is getting more ridiculous by the moment.
Yeah, I'd just move over there.
That's healthy.
You probably stay though. You probably stay where you are.
Colorado? I have no
I'd
interest
call
in
you.
Colorado. It's cold there.
You'd love it though.
No, it's cold there. I'm done with cold.
All right. Well, what'd you give the song?
What a weird man. Oh,
Weird guy wanting to be around his kids.
yeah, to leave your wife and go with your kid. That is weird. Okay, I would say it's not like really my thing, to be honest with you, the sound of it.
What? In the cradle and the-
Yeah,
that's
but you can
iconic.
tell that it has that it's iconic and that it has a whatever. So I'm going to give it a 9.1.
Okay, this is the first time in Vin and Sori history I'm gonna rate this song this way. So, Symptom of the Universe got an Omega rating from us. I'm gonna rate this song an iconic rating. This is an icon song. It's a standalone song, and it's probably the realest song we've ever heard on this channel, in my opinion. Now that I looked at the lyrics, is all I knew about the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon and all that. But as far as the actual lyrical content, based on where I'm at right now in life, things of that nature, it's a weird thing, you know, because on the one hand, I've got a kid, you know, technically, according to America, I've got about 1.5 years left of him before he strikes out, which is insane to me. I mean, I don't think it's gonna.
No, I don't think he's.
That's not.
Yeah.
But it's still it's.
And not because he's a bum. Like,
It's
I'm not
still
saying that because he's
no,
a bum. He's not.
it's
Like,
still a
he's
major-
a good hard worker, and he's preparing for his future. And it's not like he's gonna stay in mommy and daddy's basement because he doesn't go anywhere. That kid is going places. Like, I feel like if he doesn't make it farther than us, younger than us, I'll be blown out of the water. So it's not that. It's just, you know, he has a really close relationship with you, and I don't think that I think that this is the phase where he is right now, and then all of a sudden he doesn't have itchy feet yet.
He never went through that thing where it's like, don't hug me, don't kiss me in public in front of my friends or any of that. Like, I'm driving by, he'll leave his friends and go give me a hug and kiss, like, right? So, you know.
And he'll like touch your beard and stuff.
Johan is different. Johan, I can see him going, like, just randomly one day, all right, guys, you're not going to hear from me for a year. Like, I could see Johan doing that.
Yeah, I would have such a hard time with that.
Based on where I'm at right now, it's an iconic rating for me. Really, really, really standalone song. Very, very real.
You know what's funny? Is if Johan called me and said, I really want you guys to move close, and I feel like that I would be more apt to jump for Johan. Isn't that funny? I'd have... Because Johan doesn't ask for, you know what I mean? Like, if he was like, I really need you guys to, I feel like there'd be some real, I don't know what reason, but anyway, I appreciated this song. And I think that it's something that all of us parents can, and you know, there's some people that this song is probably a tough listen to because they're separated from their kids. And there's a lot of reasons why people can get separated from their kids, whether they're young, they're middle, or they're older. You know what I mean? Like that's a tough listen. So if you're like, shoot, well, there's nothing I can do. I can't reconnect in the ways that I want to. Hold on and do everything that you can to reconnect when you can. And seasons change and people change. Like the way that I felt when I was a teenager is not how I feel in my 30s. And the stuff that I felt like ardently in my 20s, I've changed in my 30s on that too. So there's a lot of things that, you know, as your child ages, there might not be able to be a path right now for you to reconnect with them because of whatever happened. You know, there's lots of reasons, but in the future there might be a way. So always just try to keep the lines of communication open and, you know, help them the best that you can while not enabling them. So anyway.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I always feel, I don't know if I'm gonna, yeah, I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, stuff is complicated between parents and their kids, particularly sons and fathers, man. Very, very, very. It's interesting because I look at my brother's relationship with his dad, and they're like, to this day they still talk. He still bounces ideas off of him. He still mediates between fights between me and him. Mm-hmm. They got this big giant jihad one time, and he managed that shit perfectly.
He did. He did.
I thought she was taking him to the park. Why do I still hear kids?
They're probably eating.
Oh, he managed that shit perfectly.
He
like
really
the way that he did, the way that he handled it. Shout out to the homie, but not so much me and my dad. But that's not really my dad's fault. That's not really on him. But you know, it's just one of those things where he got a raw deal, and I don't think it's ever really gonna get adjusted. But you know, it is what it is.
I don't know. I mean, if we land beside them and he gets some real, you know, the mature years.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But shout out to the homie. Really, really good song. I really liked it.
Yeah, thank you.
Out.
Sorry out.
Gone.